Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're doing well. This will be your weekly reading for the week of February 2nd through the 8th. And during that time, we'll have a waxing crescent. And a waxing crescent is a time of heightened senses, really good time to just buckle down and work on things. You just got really, really good energy there. The first quarter moon will happen on the 6th, and that can be a day where you might feel impulsive and patient. And so just, if you're a little unsettled, maybe plan something different for that day. And then we move back into the waxing gibbous energy, which is a deeper understanding and outlook, and a really good time to buckle down again. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for things that you may or may not encounter. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Cancer, your overall message for this reading: hold your vision. You are not the first sign to have that card. Can't remember. Maybe Taurus had that. If you're a cross watcher and you know a Taurus, you may want to go check out that reading. While I'm shuffling the tarot, I'd like to remind you to keep a spiritual journal. Sometimes we don't recognize the patterns evolving in our life when it comes to our spiritual experiences and keeping track of things that you learn. This could be, synchronicities, dreams that you're having, encounters you have, or just different things that you're learning. Helps you look back on those emerging patterns, and that can be an important tool as we evolve spiritually. So that's something I do and something I do recommend that you do. All right. Cancer, February 2nd through the 8th. Had some flying out. We're going to put those back in the shuffle. There's another one. Cancer, February 2nd through the 8th. All right. All right, your overall energy card here that came out first was the Death card. So looks like you're at some sort of ending. This could be an actual death for, might be some death that you're experiencing around you. Someone close to you could have passed. This could be, you're dealing with a relative or a friend or something that has died. But typically in tarot, it's not always about actual death, but usually death of, an idea or a way of being. So we'll see as these cards come out, what kind of energy we're around here. So your current situation is the Knight of Pentacles. So some sort of action, that's moving forward in your material world, your financial world. And again, if this was some sort of death, this could be some inheritance that is coming in for you. So pay attention to that. And again, this could signify, the ending of a job and the start of a new job. So it doesn't have to be, again, like actual death. Tarot is a template, and for different people, you might experience the same sorts of energies, but they kind of template themselves over different things. So, this could be a creative project coming to an end and something new happening for you that brings in monetary value. So keep that in mind as we move through the reading. At the root of your situation is the King of Swords. So you're sitting in an energy of, just really being clear about where you are on an intellectual level, and your thoughts are very clear, and your messaging is very clear also. So very clear mind as you're going through whatever this situation is for you. In your recent past is the Six of Pentacles. So, this could be that you were in a place of giving or receiving. I've seen this card. Some cards tend to come out. It's very strange reading for a collective. I'm used to reading one-on-one. And so reading for a collective, I'm finding that a lot of cards make an appearance throughout a lot of different readings. And, like there's something going on in the collective. So, of course, all of us are interacting with other people. What am I trying to say here? Anyway, I've seen this card, and this is one that I would always ask the person I'm reading for, or how do you see this card? Do you see, that someone's giving? Do you see that someone's receiving? Because this card can be interpreted in both ways, in both of those energies. Are you on the giving end? Are you being charitable? or have you been on the receiving end? And this is in your past, so only you can answer where you've been and what that energy is that you're coming from when it comes to that card. There's just a very dual, there's a lot of things going on in that card. What's on your mind this week is a little bit of battling, and this could be some debate among, this could be friends and family. This could be, again, like if you're in a creative project, maybe that has some debate going on. It doesn't have to be extreme. This could just be a difference of opinions and everybody kind of expressing what they believe. If you look very closely at this card, no two people have the same color of shoes or tights or clothes. And this is just how we are all very different. We all have very different opinions, and a lot of times those come up. And debate isn't always a bad thing. What is just ahead of you is the feeling of satisfaction. So, maybe you come out, you've got this clarity of thought going on. Maybe you come out of this debate feeling like you got your point across, and you're kind of feeling satisfied about that. Um, so, and I'm seeing that there are just some other people involved in this situation, whatever it is. When I start to see, cards with more than one person, I start to think there's other people involved. Sometimes things that you're going through are just kind of internal. So I am getting that energy of feeling like there's more than just you involved in this. There's other people, but in front of you is just kind of a feeling of satisfaction, and this could just be, taking a little time to indulge yourself in something as you're kind of going through, maybe a little disruption here. In your advice position is the Hierophant. So, this to me is kind of seeking spiritual counsel, seeking some sort of guidance. And that's in any way that you might do that. That might be why you're watching a tarot reading right now. You may be seeking some sort of guidance as you go through this transformation and this change, or this death, this change into, maybe an evolvement into something new that you're becoming. You're letting something go. You're letting, something in your life is, there's been a big change. Something has, you're done with. And so of course, that's a time that all of us kind of, seek out some sort of guidance. Where do I go from here? And hopefully you're thinking about that on a spiritual level. It's not all about, just the material world and things that you're dealing with. A lot of this stuff can be internal. What is beyond your control this week is the moon. So, this is trust your intuition, trust your way of thinking. If you've got this clear intellectual vision, this tells me that you're also clear in your internal, your, what your intuitive thoughts are telling you. So, this is a really good time to do that. If you're dealing with something like that, again, you're seeking out this guidance, trust that inner voice that's inside of you, and trust that it's definitely going to lead you in the correct direction. What is your secret desire, and what you're trying to avoid is some rest and meditation. And in this position, only you can answer that. Is it your secret desire, to to kind of take a break and have a time of rest, kind of get through this as you're thinking these thoughts. Again, maybe this debate, maybe that took a lot out of you. It's I cancers tend to be a little bit, um not the best communicators, and kind of keep things inside. And so, having confrontation and it's just very uncomfortable. So you may need a rest from that. And you just may need to, go to bed early or take a nap, take some time to just take a walk and meditate and clear your own head, and, let that intuition come through, kind of clear your thoughts, as you're going through whatever this is you're going through this week. In your outcome position is the Page of Cups. So I love when the Page of Cups comes out in a reading. This is kind of our joker of the deck. This is the light-hearted, kind of juvenile, can insert the joke to make everybody laugh. So it looks like you're going to end your week up on kind of a lighter note and with a sense of humor, and maybe just kind of looking back at this whole thing and, finding some irony and finding the humor, or finding the humor in yourself. when you're going through something, as rough as death can be, or letting go of some part of a way you've been being. I mean, for some of you, this could be, the end of a relationship. This could be a divorce situation. It's just the ending of some way that you have been used to being. Um, and sometimes it's just a lot to go through that. It's very, deep, and you're spending all this time in your head and contemplating and listening to your inner voice, and you do need a rest, but sometimes you just need a laugh. And if that means, just finding something funny on the internet, finding a comedian that makes you laugh, hanging out with friends, but it looks like you're going to end up the week with kind of a smile on your face and being able to let all of this go for a little bit and just really laugh and enjoy yourself. What's being hidden from you this week is some judgment. So good. Who needs that along with everything else that you're going through? So, this week you're not going to be thinking about what other people think of you. You're not going to spend a lot of time judging yourself. Allow yourself to have the feelings that you're going through, and again, and take that time for yourself to allow for those feelings. And you're going to get to the end of the week, and like I said, you're going to find something that's either something in this situation or something in the world that is at least going to be light enough to have you just really laughing and really joyous. Let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Cancer, February 2nd through the 8th. Forgive and forget. So, your card starting off here was hold your vision. I think this really speaks to this King of Swords here, that you know who you are. You on that intellectual level, you're trusting your intuition. You know who you are inside and out. So if you have a vision of the way things need to progress, to get you to this point of satisfaction, to get you even to laughter, hold on to that vision. And, kind of as you're going through this things, and maybe this debate, maybe this thing comes up and there are words that are exchanged that you do need to forgive and forget. Let everything play out, but end up the week with some laughter and being lighthearted, because whatever it is you're going through, what's the saying, this too shall pass. So Cancer, I wish you the best of luck with this situation. I really appreciate your time here with me today. I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. If you're comfortable leaving a comment to let me know what you're going through, of course that helps. That kind of feedback helps me help you, and something I really love. Also, if you enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe. That really helps my channel, and of course, I would really appreciate that. So, I do weekly readings. Come back next week, and we'll see if this situation continues, and evolves into something else, or if there's some totally new energy here for you. So, again, Cancer, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.